Uh, for the next lesson, the next two lessons are sort of linked. So you need to do lesson 3 so that you can do lesson 4. So for lesson 3, you are going to practice your handwriting. So it's a handwriting session. You are going to copy the writing that's on the slide here exactly the way it is. So I want you to do it exactly the same. So even though I know there is spelling mistakes, I know there are capital letters where there shouldn't be capital letters, and I know there's capital letters missing, and I know there's punctuation marks missing. But for our next lesson, we're going to focus on editing. So for this one, I need you to copy it exactly the way it is. Okay? Use this as time to practice your handwriting. This is what it's for, okay? So I'm going to copy it down. It says 1 with no capital letter. 1 day a boy. I'm really going slow so I can focus on doing my letters correctly. Called. Now, I have a feeling this is not how you spell called, but I'm just going to copy it exactly the same as it is because that's what the instructions say. Tom went with a capital W. Now, I don't think there's meant to be a capital there, but I'm just going to practice. And I'm going to copy it exactly because that is what the instructions say. His, with a capital S, friends. I'm still really thinking about how I'm doing these letters. Because it is a handwriting session too. Okay, and you're going to keep going until you've written out the whole thing in your book. Okay, you can do that in your writing book. On the next lesson, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be editing this writing. Now, I've put in the video there from last week that tells you how to edit if you want to watch it again. But we know now that we need to read the writing 4 times out loud to edit. You will need a pencil, colored pencil that is sharpened. Make sure it's sharp because it's a lot easier to read when it's sharp. To edit your writing. So all you're going to do each time you read it out loud, you're going to make sure the sentences make sense. You're going to make sure you have full stops and punctuation, which is our focus for this week. You're going to make sure you have all the right capital letters, so you need to take some out if you need to. And you're going to check for spelling. Okay, so I'm going to just do this all at once so you can see what your writing should kind of look like at the end. So I know I need a capital letter at the start. One day a boy called... I'm going to underline the word that I think is wrong and write it the correct way at the top. Tom, it's the name of someone, so it needs a capital. Went, this is not a special word, so it doesn't need a capital. To his, no capitals in the middle of words. Friend's house. And we've just practiced OW and OU words with the ow sound, so you might know how to spell house. One day, a boy called Tom went to his friend's house. That is the end of a sentence. It's not an exciting sentence, so I don't need an exclamation mark, and it's not a question, so I don't need a question mark, so I need a full stop. Okay, and you're going to do that for all of the writing that you've copied out. Okay, so we're just practicing our editing in this lesson. For the last lesson, we are going to be being introduced to our new DBL topic, which is going to be all about the garden. So there is a book there called The Curious Garden for you to listen to and look at the pictures. It's a beautiful story. And once you have finished, I just want you to draw a high quality picture of a garden that you might like to grow. So you can grow anything in there that you want. It could be trees, it could be plants, it could be flowers, it could be fruits or vegetables that we could eat, it could be herbs, it could be anything, but you need to make sure there's high quality. You can use a whole page in your reading book to do this. You might like to give it a title, My Garden. and it's a title, so we know we need capital letters at the starts of our words. Then you can draw whatever it is you want to have in your garden. You might even draw yourself in the middle of your garden. Your picture will be much better than mine, more high quality. I'm just rushing mine so that you guys can get started. Okay, this is me in the middle of my garden, and I'm going to draw with my grey lead first, and then I'll come back and colour it in later. I want to have an apple tree because I really like to eat apples. I really like lemon trees too, because I like to eat lemons and use lemons in my cooking. And I know that lemon trees have lots and lots of leaves. Yours will be better. You might not even have these plants. And then I'll put some lemons on it that I will colour in yellow when it comes time for colouring. On this side, I'm going to have some rose bushes because I like roses. They're very pretty. They look kind of like this, I think. Okay, and then up here, let's just put a eucalyptus tree because hopefully we might get some koalas in our garden because they like to eat eucalyptus leaves. Okay, I won't finish that off, you can finish it off. But once you have finished drawing and colouring, you can label your plants. Okay, that's important so that I can see and Anna and Carla can see what plants you have. So I said I had an apple tree. I have a lemon tree. I have a rose bush. And I have a eucalyptus tree. Tricky word to spell. Okay, you might have lots of different other things. You might have a veggie patch. If I was going to finish my picture, I would have heaps more stuff and I would have a veggie patch because I really like growing veggies. And I would label them and make sure that it is a high quality picture. So you can put more stuff than this. Your page will be a bit bigger. If you draw things a little bit smaller, you can pop in a lot of things. So have a think about what you might like to grow. Okay? And that is it for our English lessons this week. So I really hope that you have fun and I hope that you learned something about punctuation and editing. And I look forward to seeing the pictures of your work. Bye.